Alright guys, my name is SubZeroExtabyte and today I am on a mission. Right now we find ourselves in the bedroom that is owned and occupied by Denis. But guess what? Denis is not around. And the only thing that we have right now that might lead us to him are these strange footsteps. And since Denis does not have a size 21 in his shoes, I am actually afraid that he might have been kidnapped. But let's hope that he is not, because that would be the worst scenario possible. Let's just hope that he went to the store, and maybe he saw one of those rocket things where you need to put a quarter in and it will wobble back and forth. He might just be stuck in one of those, because believe me people, that actually happens pretty often with this guy. But I have already tried calling him and all of that stuff, but he will not pick up his phone or return any of my calls. So we will have to start our own little investigation to make sure that he actually is alright, because if he actually is kidnapped we will need to send in a YouTube task force to get him back. Alright, so he went over those fallen trees and into this part of the woods. Watch out though, one of these things might just kill us. Let's hope that this is the right one. And yes, alright, we got that one down, and that did not work out as planned, but at least now we know which one not to get, so that is pretty good to know, right? I wonder who kidnapped him though, because the person who did seems like he is a guy who you do not want to mess with. And alright, that was the wrong bridge as well, but let's see, the third time is the charm, right? At least that is what my grandma always used to say, but then again my grandma said a lot of things that did not actually make any sense whatsoever. So let's just hope for the best, and let's just hope that Denis is actually okay. I would not know what to do if I did not have Denis around anymore. Maybe if we actually end up finding him, I will just put him in a cage in my house just to make sure that he never gets out ever again, because apparently the big world is a little too big for him. Alright, where do we find ourselves this time? It seems a little bit too dark in here, does it not? Maybe a lantern will help with that. So it looks like whoever took Denis with him has fled into this cave, so who knows, maybe this is where the trail ends and we find Denis here. But maybe this is just a distraction to get us off of the real track. There are so many things that we need to account for right now, so who knows when we might find him. Let's just hope that he is alright. I do not care when I find him, even if it is not for a week, because I will keep looking for him. I will try my best and find him as soon as I can, but I cannot promise that we find him today. I mean, Denis is a pretty wanted guy, so whoever kidnapped him might just be looking to get a lot of ransom money for his return. But I will not be intimidated by a villain. I will get my Denis back, even if I will have to rip him out of the kidnapper his cold dead hands. But then again, that is the worst case scenario right there. Alright, that did definitely no work out as planned, but that does not matter, we will just roll on through this cave. I did not even know that Denis had a cave behind his house that was this big. I knew that he had a man cave in his house, but I never would have thought that it would be an actual cave. Usually a man cave is just a basement where a man puts all of his sports memorabilia, but I guess that Denis did not take that lightly. He just dug himself a cave that seems to last for miles deep. I wonder how long he spent digging this thing. Or maybe he just hired that guest that came into my Minecraft world the other day. With that guy on staff, he probably built all of this in less than half a work day, which is pretty good. I mean, I taught the guy how to mine and stuff, so I guess that is my own fault then. But hey, at least we can still track Denis his footsteps around here, or rather the kidnapper his footsteps, because he seems to be the one with the giant feet around here. Or maybe Denis had quite the overnight growth spurt. But let's be honest, I am pretty sure that is not the case, because Denis is Denis and Denis doesn't do non-Denis stuff, so I guess that actually didn't happen. Oh my god, why do I keep falling flat-footed on my face whenever I get back from the dead? I mean, come on, why can I not just land on my feet? I guess I will just blame the dark on that. I mean, it is pretty dark around here. Since we are still in this freaking cave, I am really wondering how on earth he actually managed to build this, and how on earth this kidnapper knew the way around this cave. I mean, I have already lost the route like 10 times in the past couple of minutes, and I seem to keep falling off of everything around here. So if that guy managed to do this all on his own, with Denis on his back in one try, well then I might want to reconsider about messing with that dude, because he will probably kidnap me as well. But who knows, maybe he just got lucky, or maybe it actually just is Denis who is messing with me right here. Alright, so it seems that we are hitting the jump phase of this tunnel as of right now, which is pretty alright if you ask me. I think that I am pretty good at this myself, but let's see. Right. Alright, we are jumping, and alright, this did not work out like I hoped it did, but that does not matter. We have all fallen sometimes, so I am no exception to that. But with falling comes rising, and if you know me, I have one little sentence that I like to say, and that is watch me rise, which basically means that with every step that I take, I progress, and with every fall that I make, I will rise again. Like a phoenix that rises from its own ashes, I will fly again, and I will spread my wings, and I will make sure that I find Denis and get him back home safe and sound, because that is still why we are going through all of this trouble, so that I can finally be reunited with my BAEA again, which obviously stands for before anyone else. Wait, did I pronounce that wrong? How do you pronounce it then? I actually have no idea. I do not really keep up with that kind of pop culture. My street language is pretty much down the drain the last couple of months, because I think that I have grown up a lot more. I am kidding, people, I will never grow up. Call me Peter Pan, a dead Peter Pan, but still you can call me Peter Pan, or just Sub-Zero. I do not mind to be called Sub-Zero. Just call me whatever you like. You can actually also call me King Sub-Zero. That would be pretty awesome as well. I would go with King, thank you very much. But let's stick to the objective here, people. So you can also call me a savior. I will save Denis today, just like I have already saved Christmas twice this year. Or was it 3 times? I do not quite remember that well. At least I have saved Christmas enough times this year. So if you are a villain and you are out there watching this, please just do not attempt to destroy my Christmas again, because that would be such a hassle for me. I mean, Christmas is just a little over a week away, and I am not really in the mood to go save it again, because I am already getting really into the Christmas spirit, and that means holiday spirit. And what do people do when they are on their holiday break? That is right, they do not do anything. So I would like to not do anything quite that taxing for the next week or two. And that also means not falling from any of these trees. Well, I guess that it is a little bit too late for that then. Darn me, why can I not just make one of these runs in one go? Denis is out there waiting for me, all helpless, and he really needs his daddy by now, and his daddy being me, his emotional daddy, so to speak. I am not Denis, his real father. That would just be kind of weird, because you know, Denis is a pretty old dude, and I am also around his age, so that would make things very complicated for the both of us, and we are best friends for life, so I am not sure if that is something that people do with their actual dads, but I feel like I am stuck here talking on like a broken record. So let's see, Denis was not hidden in one of those snow houses, so I wonder where he might be then. I guess I will just have to follow this forest right here, but however, the ground seems sincerely toxic, so jumping from tree to tree will be the way to go for me right now. I wonder what it would be like to live a normal life where people do not just go missing out of the blue, because retrieving them is showing to be a real hassle. Like, I am really wondering right now about who might have taken him all the way out here, because they have really done their best with all of this, with setting this up. But even though they left a lot of footprints, they still knew to find a way all the way out here into the snow regions of the town that Denis lives in. And it is freaking cold out here, and I am sure that you can see that because all of the snow that is lying around me. But that is besides the point, because I would have gone anywhere in the world to get my dear Denis back, just like anyone would. I mean, I am sure that Denis would have done the same for me, right? How about you guys just go ahead and ask him that yourself, because I am a little bit shy about those things. So please find out for me if he would actually go through this much trouble to get me back whenever I would be lost or kidnapped or whatsoever, because I am actually doubting the fact that he will. But like very super duper mega extremely deep down, I think he actually would go through all of this to get me back, because like, come on. So alright, we almost went the distance, but we did not quite make it just there, so I guess that we will have to start over again. And that is of course very much fun, because it actually seems like we are pretty much going nowhere with this, since I cannot make one of the easiest jumps in the game. But hey, just like I have been saying throughout the whole video, I will do everything in my power to get my Denis back. And I will say it again, I will do anything in my power to get my Denis back, because I am missing him already, and he has not even been gone for an hour. So that just shows how much I love this guy. So let's just keep on keeping on and make sure that we find him before they do horrible things to him. Okay people, the freaking forest is starting to frustrate me a little, and it is also making me a little bit scared and worried for the future that is lying ahead. I mean, I have been doing this for a while now, and it looks like whoever took Denis actually managed to finish this in one go, which means they are better than me in Obby, and that is really scary, is it not? I mean, I am probably the world's best Obby player in Roblox, and it looks like I just cannot seem to get it done this time, and that is really scary, because that means that I am losing my powers, or this Obby is just way too hard for me. And if the kidnappers of Denis actually manage to finish this in one go with Denis on them, well, that just means that they have basically beaten me from the Iron Throne, and then I am not sure why I am even trying anymore when I am not the best at this. Is there even a reason to why I am doing this? Because I feel like there is not, and that is bumming me out quite a bit. So if you see me struggling, well, I am having a rough time, but I am not going to just walk and jump around here and pout all the time. I am a manly man, and I want to do this just so that I can take my beloved Denis back into my arms. So no matter how many times I will fail during this trail, I will make sure that I actually make it out alive. And of course I will make sure that I am able to take Denis back with me, just like I am supposed to, because Denis is counting on me. So that means that I cannot let him down. That is just not me. I mean, come on people, we have battled through worse storms, right? I mean, even yesterday I told you guys the story about me surviving that acid rainstorm. If that not just shows that I can persevere through all of this, well then I do not know what will show that I can persevere through all of this. But I made a promise to you guys, and to my Denis, that I will get him back safe and sound, and that is just what I am going to do. I will get him back, and I will get him back safely. So just watch me do this people. I am hyped. Man, but do I wonder what this toxic purple stuff here underneath those trees is. I mean, it is really not something that I would want to have to deal with whenever I am looking underneath my Christmas tree. That just looks like some nasty toxic material that I do not want to mess with, because every time that I fall into it I just get killed, and I have to do all of this all over again. And I mean, when I have to do all of this over again, that just shows that I am letting Denis down. I am letting him wait while the kidnappers could be beating him up or something. Or maybe this is just some elaborate prank that is being performed without my knowledge. Yes! And I will look really stupid whenever I actually get to Denis. But if I notice that Sketch or Coral are behind this, well then you will have no idea what I will unleash over them, because that means that they want to keep Denis all to themselves. Well, I will not stand for that, and I will because I am a mother freaking star boy. I am kidding, I just really wanted to do that. I really could not help it. But lately I have been getting really into The Weeknd, so I guess that is showing right now. Wait, did I just really crack that code? Wow, you have got to be kidding me. So that is all that I should have done the whole time. I have been falling out of trees the entire day, and I could have just hacked this door and get through here. Well, that is pretty awkward if you ask me. Well, that just shows that I actually am a mother freaking star boy people. I can do whatever I want around here. And you know what I am going to do now? Well, you can guess once. Alright, I will just say it already. Right now it is time to get Denis back from those hideous kidnappers. The darn thieves who thought that they could just steal my buddy away from me. Well, that does not happen on my watch. I will be here like Batman, and I will secure the city from the dark, just like I am supposed to. But I will still need a handy little helper like Robin. So if anyone is up for filling that role, I will gladly take you in consideration for joining my superhero team. And by superhero team I mean a literal team of two. It would just be you and me against all of the villains in the entire world, because I mean I could just do it all myself, but I feel like that would be really like a lot of work. So I am just like, no, I am not going to do that all by myself. So I will just get one of you guys to do the most of the work for me as my personal Robin. Is that not just great? So just let me know if you want to be my Robin, and maybe you can help me save Denis whenever he gets lost again. So I guess that we are done here, right? Denis is found, and it was not that hard, but since I am not the brightest out of the bunch apparently, I will just have to make do with what I got. So I actually will not need a Robin after all. But that will not mean that you cannot help me. You can always help me by just clicking that sub button. So I hope that you enjoyed all of this, and I will see you guys in the next video.